Hi, I'm Carrie. Thanks for being here. Okay, well, better get into it. I'm going to be reviewing this book, Felix Ever After by Kacen Callender. And it is a wonderful book. It also comes with some lovely cover art. I mean side art. Good marketing. But I do have other things to say about the book as well. So I think I'm going to start with a little bit of background about the book, and then I will run through some of the more thought-provoking themes and issues that came up during the book, and then I will tell you at the end whether overall I recommend the book, because I have that kind of authority. Okay, so I'll just dive right into it then, Okay. So starting with the background, the book is written from the perspective of Felix. So Felix is a black, queer, trans teenager. Here he is. The story is set in New York over the course of one summer, where Felix and some of his friends are attending an art school. Unfortunately, while Felix is at this art school, an anonymous jackass dead names him and posts photos of the old Felix up in the school for everyone to see. I know. So now, not only do we have Felix's search for identity and love, as if that's not enough, we also have this horrible dead naming incident that we must get to the bottom of. And something probably just to note is that there are themes of transphobia and bullying throughout that could be a trigger for some readers. So moving on to some of the issues and themes in the book that I found most thought-provoking. So there's this belief that Felix has that because he is black, queer and transgender, he is just one marginalisation too many. As a result, he really doubts how lovable he is, and he appears to feel quite insecure in himself. And then stemming off from this, and actually exacerbating this, is the fact that there is transphobia occurring from within the LGBT community, and actually it's occurring within Felix's own friend group. One of Felix's friends accuses him of not being a feminist because of the fact that he is transitioned. As we go along, we have this idea coming across that it's actually okay to not be sure of your label. And also we learn that over time, and as you learn more about yourself, your label might actually change. Another really prominent issue in the book is the tensions that are clearly there between Felix and his father. So Felix's dad actually paid for Felix's top surgery, but at the same time Felix's dad is clearly having some issues coming to terms with Felix's identity, and there are actually times when Felix's dad dead names Felix. We already know that Felix is having his own questions about his identity. For him to then have to defend himself to his family on top of that, that would be pretty awful. Then we have Felix's mother who left him, and we see an innate need in Felix to contact her and to express how he's feeling, but that need is met with the fear of rejection and the fear that these messages might not be met in the way that Felix wants them to be. Then there's also issues around privilege and getting into college, and that puts an immense amount of pressure on him to do really well in this summer school with his art portfolio, whereas for others it's really not a big deal at all. And we see that Felix is really struggling to come up with an idea that he thinks is worthy of the scholarship that he's trying to get. So yeah, those are just some of the issues that came up. There's also issues around racism, there's a love triangle, there's issues around privacy and technology, and there's also issues around loyalty and really complex friendships. But we gotta draw the line somewhere. It probably hasn't even been that long. It feels like a lifetime though. In my opinion, I think that Kacen Callender did especially well with making the storyline and all the issues seem really realistic. I was very much along for the ride. I was shocked and angry when Felix was dead named, and it was literally said in the blurb that was going to happen, but it still got me. So overall, I would absolutely recommend the book. It was a really approachable read. The language wasn't too heavy. I wasn't sitting there rereading sentences for 8 times trying to figure out what it meant. So I really don't like it when that happens. It's embarrassing and it makes me feel like a dummy. But despite the fact that it was a really approachable and kind of quick read, it was still very hard-hitting and I still got a lot out of it. It was the first trans novel that I had ever read and I feel like it really educated me. So that being said, I would definitely recommend it, with the caveat that although it's technically classified young adult, I would say it's probably best suited to more mature readers just because the issues are quite confronting. But yeah, that is all. As you were. Thank you for your stamina if you made it this far. If you have any burning desire, or if you're particularly passionate about anything that I've said, please let me know your thoughts. Bye!